My name is Daniel Barnes and I'm the Global Head of Operations at Preqin. My role covers the IT function, our offices globally and our change management function. Preqin are a global provider for the alternative assets data space. We had a small engineering team in London and we started working with an MSP based in India. We used their Pune office. They did a really good job for us. We loved India, but we wanted to set up our own operation. So we did some research and we decided that Bangalore was probably the best place to build an engineering centre. It's kind of the Silicon Valley #2. And we did some research and we found the scalers online. We had a call with them, it seemed to fit really well. And then suddenly Emilian, the CEO, was in our office in London in the next couple of days, talking about how things would work. 2 weeks later, we're in India, in Bangalore, interviewing people. Very fast pace. We started in October 2019. We flew out to India. We did some interviews. Some went incredibly well and we had people join pretty much the next day. Others not so well. But it was very quick that we had a team of 5 people, then we went to 10, then we went to 20, then we went to 50, then we went to 100. And during this time, we actually had COVID as well, which was challenging. We had some really tough recruitment numbers. And I was like, how are we going to deliver these? How are we going to deliver this recruitment? But we continue to recruit, we continue to onboard, we continue to ship equipment to people, all down to the scalers support staff, and actually improved incredibly successful. We then went to 200 and we got the back of COVID. We're like, what are we going to do? Everyone's at their hometowns. We wanted to bring everyone back to Bangalore. So we started the idea of having our own office, which we've now got in the centre of Bangalore with 400 plus people, our own space, which is incredibly exciting. And I'll be honest, it wasn't what we planned to start with, but it's proved more successful than we ever dreamed of. I think it was really important as we started the Preqin India journey that we saw it as not outsourcing or offshoring, but having our own Preqin engineering team. And for me, it didn't matter if you were based in London, New York, Singapore, India, we were very much one team. And we tried to align our benefits and packages as close to the wider Preqin as possible. And I think that's been a really important driver in the success of the Preqin India team. Obviously at the back end of COVID, we had, everyone was working remote. We decided that it was important to bring everyone together, as we had in all our locations. People returned to office and we decided to have what we wanted, a full Preqin office. We were using co-working spaces until this point, and now we've got our own space that we've got from top to floor Preqin, and I think that's been incredibly powerful. And it feels like the office has been here for years. It doesn't feel that we've had it for 11 months. When we hit a certain number, I think we decided as a business that we really needed to start going on our own. And we decided the first phase of that would be to have our own Preqin entity, and people would be employed directly by Preqin and paid by Preqin. We needed to set up bank accounts. We needed to set up the entity with the Indian government, and the scalers were pivotal in helping us do that. It's very hard to say one positive. There's been so many. We've managed to grow at scale, as I've talked about, we're 400 plus people and growing. We've been involved in some many important projects for Preqin, from on the engineering level, from the data collection. We now have a people team here, a finance team. We've got a sales team now in Bangalore. So really hard to say one particular thing, but we wouldn't have grown as Preqin without having the team in India. The scalers are very different. It's a very different offering. Where we traditionally worked with software houses to help us build our software, the scalers enabled us to build our own team, which we've now got our own entity in India. An MSP would not have provided the same, anywhere near the same operation. Working with the scalers has enabled us to scale a really high-performing quality team. And they've been able to take a lot of the load off us. They've been able to do the business function, the HR function, the recruitment function, to enable us to really spend our time building quality software and collecting quality data. We felt that our values were aligned, and what we've built over the last 5 years is just phenomenal. And we wouldn't have been able to do it without the scalers' support.